You have two options here. The major difference is the 29.95 does not have Ava, does not have a digital voice assistant. It's the 49.95 does have the digital voice assistant. So I want you to click on Start Free Trial under 49.95 and fill in your information there. Make sure all of that is correct.
This needs to be coming to my Gmail account right here, doesn't it?
Probably better, yes.
And then I need to create a password.
Yes. Now, what it will not do is, and you want the monthly. If you do annual, it saves you $10 a month or $120 a year.
Okay.
Now, I don't want you to put your credit card information in here,
Mm-hmm.
but I want everyone to see this. This is the payment page. What I want you to do is to stop sharing your screen. Now let's go ahead and click on the login button. You've gotten your receipt. You've successfully signed up,
You're going to click on the blue button. There you go.
and you're going to scroll down to the bottom of terms of service and click the blue button.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now here is the wizard setup. So you're going to hit. This is kind of where you want to pay attention because this is probably where most people have any issue whatsoever. Go ahead and hit continue. This is where it's asking for your subdomain. Everyone is going to have their own URL, and it's going to be something.mynetworkercentral.com. And what it's asking for here is the something. Generally, people will use their name, like Kelly. So you would want to write Kelly here.
I just want to interject something real quick. The
Sure.
other thing that I teach people is make it the same as your Avini site so it's easy to remember. So either way, if you want to use your name or if you want to use the same extension that you used with the Avini site, either way, whatever works for you. But I try to keep things simple.
Correct. So now check availability, and it is available. So go ahead and hit continue. Now it's just going to ask you for the time zone that you're in.
Okay.
And hit continue. And just hit continue here. Verify the information is correct and hit continue. And this is your signature. Scroll to the bottom and hit continue.
I'm going to leave mine like it is there. So, okay.
And I'll show you how to edit that later as we get through it. Click on that. Finish, hit continue. Now it's asking you for 3 links. One is your calendar URL, which should be on your clipboard. So just right click and hit paste. Okay, that's correct. Now you're going to have to get your Avini sign up link and your Avini order link. It's going to need to have what I would do is go find your Avini link and copy and paste. It has to have the https:// and hit
continue.
Yep. And now it's going to set up everything, and go ahead and hit continue. And go ahead and close the modal window.
All right, real quick, there's a couple other things you need to do in here while you're setting this up so that it's ready for your prospects to start coming in and checking things out. So the first thing we're going to do is in the left menu, we're going to scroll down to automations, and we're going to go to AI Voice Assist. You can see here I've got some credits in here. You're going to probably want to go add some credits. You can do that by clicking the add button, and you can pick something here. 200 will probably be plenty to get you started. For $20, you can get 200 credits at 10 cents a minute. So you can just set it at 200 credits. That should be plenty to get started. And go ahead and purchase that. Once you get your credits purchased, you're going to come over here. You probably don't have this campaign set up yet, and that's what we're going to set up real quick. So we're going to add campaign. And when we do that, you're going to come to business opportunity, and then you're going to drop down. Mine's grayed out because I already have this set up, but you're going to need to set this introduction and scheduling calendar because the AI is going to call them, talk to them, and then they're going to schedule them on your cal.com calendar. So make sure you select that one. And then after you select that, you're going to see these variables. And it's going to ask you for your first name, last name, company name. The team name is team to join. And then you're going to copy from the previous video where you were going through and setting up your cal.com. This is where you're going to copy the cal.com address. And then you're going to save that. And once you get that done, you should see this introduction and scheduling calendar show up over here under your campaigns. And then you're all set up to go over to your websites. And then we're going to go to landing pages, websites, and then the landing pages. We're going to scroll down until we get to this intro AI. And once we're here, you're going to click this. Yours is going to not be filled in like this. You're going to click it so that it sets it as your default. Okay. And then while you're also here, you're going to click the gear and you're going to drop this down. It says unassigned for you now, but you're going to drop it down and select this introduction and schedule and calendar, because when somebody comes to this page, we want the AI to make the phone call. So once you select that, make sure you hit save changes. That way it'll stay active for you. And then you can scroll back up and you can see my default site. You should see the intro AI, and you should be able to verify the voice assistant is on with the introduction and scheduling calendar selected. And you want to leave this to 0 hours and 0 minutes because we want the AI to call as soon as possible while they're on the site. And so it will typically call right away up to 5 minutes. It cycles through every 5 minutes. So it should call within 5 minutes, and your prospect will get that phone call. And when they get sent to the next page, it actually tells them to expect an AI phone call. So if you want to start sending this out to some of your warm market, once you get these changes made, you can click and copy URL, and you can send that URL, or your URL is also right here. So either way, you can do that. But one thing I strongly suggest is that you go ahead and click on this, and it'll open it up in your browser. And when you do that, fill the form out and make sure everything works. You don't have to take the AI call if you don't want to. You can let it go to voicemail. It typically calls out of Arizona. So if you get a phone call that says Arizona, it's the AI. You don't have to call and talk to them. If you want to have that experience, you can. Then you'll also see the process and see that it takes you to book a call. And so that way, if they miss the AI call or something's going on with that, then they still have a link there where they can get on your calendar. So anyway, just want to make sure you had these other pieces set up. The other thing that you'll want to do is get into the system and get the emails and check them out and see what your prospects are getting. And you can even check out some of the links and make sure all your links are good, especially the first email. the first email or two, you'll want to check out and make sure that everything's working. We've checked it out multiple times, but just to make sure that you didn't type in, something wrong on your end when you were entering and setting up your site. So anyway, should be good to go. And if you have any questions, let us know. Thanks.